Tip number 5 for breaking a bad habit is about the people that you surround yourself with. So you know that saying, great minds think alike? Well, shitty minds also think alike. So you want to surround yourself with the people who will help you to break this bad habit. So this might be kind of a severe example, but if you're a drug addict, like a severe drug addict, and you go into rehab, you've broken that drug addiction, and then you go back to hanging out with the same friends who are also addicted to drugs, the likelihood of you falling back into drugs is very, very high because you're surrounded by it. Now I want to ask you, how are you doing with your goals for 2021? How are you doing with staying on track with everything that you wrote down in your planner at the beginning of the year? Have you stayed on track or have you fallen off track? Well, I want to know this because today's video is about giving you 5 tips to help you break any bad habits. When you want to change certain things, that oftentimes means that there was something bad that you're making a habit. So my first tip on getting rid of bad habits is to make it more difficult to do that habit and make it easier to do the good habit. So for example, if you are trying to lose weight and get healthy in 2021, make it easier to lose weight and get healthy. Keep the fresh fruits, keep the whole grain breads, the lean meats stocked in your kitchen. Have snacks that are easy to grab that are also healthy. On the flip side, make it harder to get junk food. Don't buy those. Don't stock that in your house. Make the bad habit more difficult. Now, another example is if you're trying to be more productive and if you waste too much time on social media. Easy fix, delete that app. Or keep it in a little box on your phone that is away from your main page. Just make it harder to get to those social media apps during the day so that you're not tempted to go in and then you've just been sucked in and you're just scrolling for hours. So the whole idea is to make it easier to do the good habits and harder to do the bad habits. I've heard from people who are addicted to playing video games that they take out their whole entire console, they put it in the closet, and when they are allowed to play, or if they want to play, it's more of a hassle. They need to go into their closet, take it out, hook it all up, and it's more difficult to do that habit than it is to do something else that might be more productive. Now, again, with the whole fitness thing, because I know people are trying to get fit in the new year, is to lay out your gym clothes and have your gym bag ready to go and right in front of you. Or if you're doing exercises at home, make those things easily available and visible. Have it already laid out for you so you can easily grab your weights and, start doing whatever exercise you want to do. So if you're trying to take more vitamins, make sure that they are front and center and they're in a place that you will easily see and then say, okay, let me take my vitamins. If you want to eat healthier, make sure that you have the healthy snacks easy for you to access. They're within your line of vision. That's what you're going to grab, and stop buying all the junk food and don't stock those things around the house. Tip number 2 for breaking bad habits is to reward yourself, like treat yourself. Now, don't go overboard in treating yourself because that could be, that can also go overboard and it won't be a treat at that point. But every time you do something good, then you can kind of take a little treat, a little relaxation. If you finished a project because you were super focused, take some time to relax, watch a movie, call a friend, take a walk outside. If you have consistently gone to the gym and lost some weight, then maybe you want to buy yourself a special gym outfit. Not treat yourself with something indulgent because that could erase your progress. But the whole idea is associate your good habits with also getting something good. Your brain works on rewards and pleasure. So if you're constantly doing a good habit and you've been doing a good job at sticking to your good habits and not doing your bad habits, then it is okay to reward yourself so you can associate the good things that you're doing with more good things. Tip number 3 is about accountability. Now, if you announce your goals or the habits that you are trying to break to a select group of friends or your family or your teacher or your classmates, then they're going to keep you accountable. It's going to be a lot harder to slip up when you've already told some people that this is what you're trying to not do, that this is a habit that you're trying to break. I know that when I started keto and I told like all of my coworkers that I was on keto and I'm not eating carbs and I'm really trying to stick to this style of eating, I knew that I had to stick to this style of eating, because if I was in the break room and I had other friends or colleagues looking like, oh, what are you eating? Okay, that's okay. But if I ever tried to bring something sweet or like a bread, they would see me and they would call me out. They would know that I was not sticking to what I wanted to stick to. So it really did keep me accountable. I knew that I had to stick to this, because if not, I know that people would see me and know that I was breaking my own rules, something that I wanted to accomplish. So I do say that a good tip for when you want to break a habit is to announce it to different friends or family. This is the same for if you have a goal. You can announce it to friends and family so that they can keep you on track. But let them know that I'm trying to stop social media. I'm trying to spend less time on social media, so you're not going to see me on there. I'm trying to read more so that they can keep you on track. Like if they see you posting, they'll say, hey, what happened with this goal? Let it be known what you're trying to do. If you have like fitness goals, let them know I'm trying to hit the gym. I'm trying to be a better person for 2021. I want to be a healthier person, so I don't want to eat all of these sweets and sugar and carbohydrate type things. Announce your goal, and I'm sure you all have that friend who's like super nosy and loves to tell you what you're doing wrong. Let that person know. They'll never let you slide if you let that person know. Tip number 4 is to keep a habit tracker. Now, habit trackers are a great way to keep ourselves on track, reinforce a habit, and give our brains that instant gratification that we so desperately need. Like, for example, when you're trying to build a habit like going to the gym, you're not going to see results right away. Or even if you're reading a book, it's going to take you maybe a week or a month to read one book. But if you check off read today or went to the gym today, that is that instant gratification that we need. Now, this can also work with trying to break bad habits. So what you want to do is make a habit tracker either in your planner or on paper, and just write down the habit that you're trying to break. So it can be like no social media. So every day that you're not spending large amounts of time on social media, you can check that off. Whatever it is that you're trying to break, keep it on a habit tracker. Like no eating junk food. Okay, did it this day, did it this day, did it this day. Keep it on a large habit tracking sheet, and then eventually you will not be addicted to this habit anymore, and you probably won't even need to track it any longer. But in order to build that habit of this not being a habit, keep that tracker, keep yourself accountable so that you know when you're doing these things and when you are not doing these things. If you are around people who act the way you aspire to act, it will make it harder to revert back to the bad habits. So I will say that surrounding yourself with people that you want to be like, surrounding yourself with people whose habits that you admire, whose lifestyle that you admire, is going to be very important in helping you to break bad habits. Now, this doesn't only have to be actual friends. Watch different YouTube channels that help you to drop bad habits and that inspire you to doing the habits that you want to do. You just need to find new friend groups that will help you to solidify the good habits and also diminish the bad habits that you have. So for example, if you're a student and you have the habit of not studying and you do want to start studying and being a good student, then you do need to hang out less with the friends who, you know, kind of tempt you not to study, not to do your work, cut class. You're going to have to get rid of them and find the friends that will enable you to do the good habits and put your bad habits aside. Now, I'm not saying that you need to drop all of your friends. Now, if they're drug addicts, yes, drop your friends. So just like my tip number 1, which says to make it harder to do the bad habits, when you drop certain friends who enable you to do bad habits, then it will make it harder to do and go back to those bad habits, because you've taken out this element, this thing, this entity that kind of like goads you and pushes you to doing the bad habits. Well guys, I think that's all I have for you today. I hope that this video gave you some ideas on how to break bad habits in the new year. And if you like this video, please like this video. Subscribe down below for more videos like this. Don't forget that I post a new video every single week, and hit the bell icon if you want to be notified every single time I upload. In the meantime, I hope you are staying sane and safe, and don't forget to keep learning and stay curious. Bye.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!